Hey guys, welcome to the Drift Podcast. I'm Travis.
And I'm Ben.
And today we have a guest, and hopefully it will all work, because this is our first time with a guest on the show with our new setup. Hopefully there'll be no lag delay with the people's mouths to their voices actually coming out. But let us know if it's good or bad or whatever.
Just drop a comment and let us know what's happening.
And we'll get right to it. All right, here he is. His rude lid, as some would say, is on camera right now. Welcome, Ben Moloney. How are you?
Good, man. How you guys?
Yeah, good. So we've got you on because you got to drive at World Time Attack. So we thought we'd get you on, have a bit of a chat about the event. Overall, I know that it's not your first World Time Attack, but it was your first time driving. So,
Yep.
But first of all, let's do a bit of an introduction about yourself, and we'll go from there.
Sweet.
Go for it.
Where would you like to start?
Well,
How'd you get into drifting?
Yeah.
Let's start with that.
Oh, that's a bit wild. Probably back in 2010, 11. I don't know. When did we meet, Trav?
Yeah, it would have been about 2010, 2011, something like that. Yep.
Yeah, I just out of the blue, was able to afford an S13 one day and went and bought one and done an engine swap in my shed, and it all led from there.
True. So what did you engine swap into it to start with?
The first motor in that car was SRDE, and figured that wasn't enough. And then I thought, RB20 sounded great, and that was the worst mistake of my life. It was an
Don't
absolute
be like that.
piece of
No,
Rubbish.
RB20s are amazing.
No, they're not. They're horrible.
Yeah,
We'll agree to disagree.
but RB20s are amazing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we have
Amazing for all of 30 seconds.
a bunch of issues with us.
Super glitchy, people are saying. Is the audio coming through, everyone?
You can see it in that.
Or we're not dropping any frames, so...
That's weird.
It's even glitchy on my side.
Yeah, okay.
True. Is the audio all good, boys?
See if it's not, I might have to try something, but I'm getting high CPU usage every so often.
Yeah, true.
No one's commented to say whether it's good or not.
And before everybody's dropped out. Definitely no pans.
Definitely no pants.
Definitely.
Just do the old check.
Okay, they can hear us
That's
fine.
sweet, cool.
All right,
well, we're just going to have bad video this time.
Yeah,
And good
I'll
audio.
cut that out of the audio only. But all right,
Sweet,
we'll
cool.
continue.
Continue with that. So, after the old RB20, and you didn't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to God's Engine, the SR20 after that.
Yep. DET.
Back to, to a DET. That was actually in a 180SX, and done lots of trips to Mexico and that bad boy.
Oi. Very nice.
And I actually sold it and bought an R33.
Nice.
Of all things. Yeah, don't judge me.
Well, I like those. They're underrated.
Yeah, definitely are. They're in my opinion, they're one of the best out of the box fucking cars. 5-bolt shafts, 25 box, 25. Very minor mod. You make 300 horsepower, and they go well.
Yeah, man. That's it. Same as 34. So it's my sedan was the best car I've ever had. Service it.
And they got 9 times out of 10 nice interior and cold AC. What more could you want?
Yeah, no, it's mint too.
Yeah. Drift cars with AC are my favourite.
Yeah, 100%. I made a mistake, and the S15 doesn't have aircon, so...
Yeah, you fucked up.
Yeah, a little bit. Especially in summer.
Yeah, worst time of year.
Yeah, 100%. Can we just buy winter back, please? Because it's just...
Yes, please.
Yeah, it's cool.
Let's just all travel across the other side of the world for some cold winter air.
Well, yeah, I'm keen for winter shenanigans. We'll go buy a bunch of like BMWs or something, and we'll just like crash into snowbanks. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Canada
why
has
not?
nice weather this time of year. Okay.
So we'll talk a bit about how we met. So we met at Tamworth TAFE. We're both doing our mechanics and auto elec courses at TAFE. You had your motorbike license to begin with when we first met. And you, yeah.
Okay. I'm guessing there's a story there.
There's
Picked
more
up
than
some
one.
pictures on that bad boy.
Yeah. And then you got your car license eventually, and you got yourself a nice VL Commodore.
Oh,
God's machine.
brother.
And then you decided to weld the diff at TAFE one
Yep,
lovely
that was a great
rainy
idea.
afternoon. And did you make it home that day in one piece in that car?
I did on the back of a tow truck.
What happened to the bridge? Did it fare better than you or the car?
No, I actually went head on into a Hyundai Elantra.
Oh yeah, nice. I thought you hit the bridge
Yeah.
too.
That was a lifelong
wild.
fucking lesson.
How good are lockers?
Yeah, especially with like a manual steering and like 2, 4, 5, 40, 18s on the front. That was great.
Yeah, so you learnt your lesson pretty quick with your first experience on Sideways, and
Yeah.
so
I was literally like fresh as to a license. I think I had my license 3-4 weeks.
yeah, and
And
welded the
decided-
different TAFE.
That's impressive.
Yeah, decided the old VL needed a weldy, and brought me unstuck real quick.
And we haven't grown up much from there. But
Well, I've recently acquired another VL, if that makes you happy.
oh, nice.
It'll make me happy if you're going to make it dose like no tomorrow.
Oh, of course. If it
perfect.
doesn't dose, I don't want it.
Yeah, 100%. Good man. Good man.
And to every one of our overseas listeners, a VL is the lovely Commodore.
Yeah,
which is...
probably the best vehicle ever made.
Yep.
So if you have an E86, just we'll swap you a VL Commodore for it,
Is your current one a Calais?
No, I don't need that rubbish in my life.
Oh, well then, all right.
Oh, we're going straight to call out, so we? Oh.
So, what other cars have you had that were more drift cars after the S13? Did you ever drift that
so, yeah.
S13 like on the track at all?
Never on the track.
Yeah.
I was a hooligan
Oh,
until I moved to the Gold Coast, which is pretty well like a big part of why I moved to the Gold Coast.
yep.
Um,
See, most
'Cause
people
I got
become
sick of-
hooligans when they move to the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
yeah,
Done that backwards there.
yeah. I was just that idiot that used to skid past the police station thinking I was a mad cunt in my Commodore.
Nice. You're one of
But-
them. And,
We've all been 17 before, so don't judge me.
yep. So what other drift cars did you have since then?
Oh man, I've had stacks.
All right, so
Notables.
give us your top 3 and the one you regret selling the most.
Ooh, it's hard to narrow it down to a top 3, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I can imagine.
We'll say I don't know. I'll just rattle off a couple and we'll see how many we end up.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So my red Zenki that I had, probably 2 years ago now.
S14?
That was a street car. Yep. Absolutely loved that car. Had lots of fun in it and got me in lots of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason I would still have that car to this day if I didn't, fuck up my life really bad in that car.
Yep. Cool.
My 350Z, that
Mhm.
was a wicked car.
Yep.
Who
Who owns that
used
one
to-
now?
I sold it to Luke Fink.
Oh yeah, some
um,
people might know him. So yeah, that car is actually the one that Luke Fink drives in most of his YouTube videos, the convertible.
No, that's a different one.
Oh, is it?
True.
Yeah, so when I worked for Rob White, and he had the convertible, and I had a hardtop, and
Ah.
the hardtop Luke sold, and now he's still got the convertible.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
but that car was wicked, man. Like cold AC, I would drive it to Archie every Thursday night. I think I done a Matsuri in it once, and just never missed a beat. Cold air, windows up, and just nothing but good times.
Yeah, I've been wanting a Z. Hey, they're cool as.
Yeah, dude. Like they're becoming popular now, but have been so underrated for so long.
Yeah, 100%. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, cool.
We actually chucked a 50 shot on that one, and it was a party.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, nice. And then after other than the 350Z?
My red S13, the one I started competing in.
Okay, and where did you get that one from?
I bought that from Dave from JPP.
Japanese.
And if anyone knows Dave, you know, he's like OG SR Jesus, really.
Yep.
I've actually still got a lot of the parts from that car in my current car.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
But like, you know, lots of things I've changed, but like all my steering lock and everything is all still like Dave's own knuckles and that in that car, and it's still doing the job.
Yeah, that's cool as.
Yeah, cool. What was some of the things that were done to that car?
The S13?
Yeah.
So it had full cage, fixed backs, stroker SR, 25 box, two-way, everything you'd want for a very serious, entry-level drift car. You know, it wasn't half done. It was literally everything was done and done properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool as.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a nice car. And what other ones other than that?
I don't know. Probably most people remember me from my banana boat yellow 180.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
That car's sort of memorable to me because it was my first sort of car that went E85, went high mount, went Haltech ECU, made 320 horsepower. You know what I mean? It was my first proper big build, and it was a fun car.
And I think that was probably the car that you really clicked with drifting as well. In that car. So down at Raleigh Raceway.
Yeah, I remember that. We went down one weekend.
Yeah.
And it was actually Toyota Fest. We invaded Toyota Fest.
Yeah.
because all the Toyota guys are sad, mopey arseholes.
Oh, well, yeah.
Actually, no, I'm playing both sides of the fence there, so I can't get angry about that.
Yeah, look, I'm just being an arsehole.
And that car, we built that at Garage 13 as well, so we might as well chat a bit about that as well. We aren't really, neither of us are both OG Garage 13, but we were there until the end, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And Ty, who's in the comments, was also a big part of Garage 13 too, and he's doing really well now with the Oak Tree Outlaws guys and stuff like that. So yeah, all of us pretty much got our big start there, where we kind of got serious, I would say, was with that. Do you want to tell a bit about your side of the some good things and stuff that from Garage 13 and how it impacted you being part of that team?
So like I pretty much moved up here and I knew you from Coffs Harbour, but you were working full time and obviously I was working full time. Life gets in the way. And we've sort of both, I think we sort of both got down there and met all the boys around the same time. We started storing our cars there from memory.
Yeah, we both, on the same day we started storing our cars there on the same day. Yeah.
What a coincidence.
Yeah.
And met all the boys from there and took us in like family. And we're all still really good mates.
Yeah, for sure. No, that was really, really a good time there. I think that I learned a lot seeing the high quality of builds that came out from there as well as because cars were being bought and were either sold or parted as well. Seeing the quality of different ways that people were building cars in and around Queensland and everything as well was a good influence.
Especially us both coming from like New South Wales and both small towns, the quality of cars it's crap, man.
In comparison.
I'm not saying everyone is, but Yeah. Oh, another Toyota punt.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I think it definitely was a really good influence on
Opened
both
our
of us.
eyes
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah, for sure. So the yellow 180, that was probably your first major drift car then that you would have driven on the track.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how long ago would
100%.
that have
was
been?
like,
That would have to
that
be like
would have
6
been-
years ago.
nah, not even that long. It was 2014.
Okay, so like 5 years ago. That's
Oh,
close.
yeah, wow. That's not that long ago.
Yeah, yeah. So you've done quite a bit in the last 5 years then, and you've definitely had quite a few high quality build cars as well. So, yeah, time flies. But so you went from the yellow 180 as your main car, and then you went to the 14 or the 13 after that.
Yeah, I went to the red 14. I
Yep.
pulled all the stuff out of my track car into my
Yep.
red Series 1.
Yep.
And then got in a lot of trouble.
After, yeah, I actually just got my license back from that 2-year ban. But still got another couple of years on the Hoon register because, you know,
Yeah.
I'm a dad life now in a Navara and they're all out to get me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben knows all about that. It must be the curse of the Bens. But he's still red hot driving a Hot Boy S15 around. So,
That would be.
Yeah, they're coming for that blue window tint, boy.
Yeah, that definitely would. Surprisingly, he didn't say anything about that when he pulled me over the
because
other
it
night.
was dark.
His lights were shining straight through it, and he was looking for the roll cage, and he's like, "There's no roll cage in this." I'm like, "Got blue tint."
Come on, mate, leave my 20-year-old junker Datsun alone.
Yeah, pretty much.
So then you got rid of the red S14 for obvious reasons, and you moved into essentially a full-time track car.
No, I actually got a 25 RB 2530 built 180 that was like a half-done project.
Okay.
And yeah, finished it all up and went and got it tuned, like done high mount, E85, all that stuff, and took it. Thought, oh yeah, you know, we'll shake it down at Archie, and I think I got 2 laps in on my fresh tune and melted 5 pistons and made a whole mess of that 30. Not gonna name any tuners, but it was a pretty shit go.
That's pretty.
If anyone knows me, it's where I used to maybe work.
Then you built a new motor for that car. Was that?
Yeah. Yeah, I built a new motor, and then thought, yeah, sweet. That was when ASG was advertising their $500 tunes. I thought, yeah, fuck it, sweet, that'll do.
Yep.
Took it up there, and they pretty much downloaded my old tune, put it on the dyno, started running it up, and then told me my ECU shit itself, and they couldn't tune it anymore. I was like, oh, yeah, sweet. Well, why the fuck does the car still run, and can you log on to it? You know what I mean? Anyways, whatever. I took the car from them, got the shits of the car, I went and swapped it for the 350Z and got cash my way, quite a bit of cash my way, and a whole heap of other parts to go with the 350, and that's when I ended up with that.
Yeah, okay. And you had that for what, probably 6 months or so?
Yeah, I didn't have. I pretty much. I was at the time I got the 350. Before that, I was like ready to give up, man. I just had bad luck.
Yeah.
In that, you know, I was like, fuck this. If this 350Z doesn't work, I'm gonna give up.
Yeah.
And the 350Z was the best fucking thing since sliced bread, so that's what kept me going. And yeah, I just literally raped the thing every week for like 6 months straight, and yeah, then I wanted to get serious about it.
Yeah, and you did your first competition in the 350Z as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that the one we went to at Archie? Was that at Archie?
It was at Archie. I don't think you were there though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah. So
No, that's cool.
did a comp at Archie. did reasonably well in that from my memory. Like, not first or anything.
No,
but
well, on the practice, like first lap out of practice, it started pissing rain, and I put it straight into the wall.
that's right. And
Right.
and I was there doing. Didn't we have to go down to like Repco or something? And we were trying to get.
Yeah, we run around
parts and-
everywhere for a tire end.
Yeah, yeah. And I think we ended
And we ended up going to your house and pilching one off your 180 at the time.
Yeah, because I had the GK Tech, like ones you cut to whatever length you need.
Oh, true,
And
yeah.
we just jammed that in there and got it
Get all the
working.
eye alignment.
Did a quick eye alignment and it came up mint enough to enter the comp at least. We got it out there, which was a feat in itself.
And remember, all my rear arms were like bent to heck.
Yeah, and I just adjusted the shit out of it and got it like as good as I could,
Yeah, we just winged the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
But
big.
yeah, I think we qualified like 16th. I can't remember now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got to finish out the day, and then I got knocked out. Whatever.
Yeah.
I was just stoked to continue on with my drifting for the
Yeah,
day, I
man.
guess.
Yeah.
That's like rad, going from like a stack and being able to fix it all up and get it back out on track. That's just rad straight up. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It was the day before the first Cash Kings, actually.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then moving on into the JPP S13, and you did some more competition events in that? Did you
Yeah.
do high
Yeah,
tech in that?
The first one I did in that was Drift Masters.
Okay. Yep.
Um,
Were you in pro or amateur?
in amateur.
Yep.
God, I'm still not a pro. Calm down. But yeah, come 5th in that one, so I was like, oh fuck, this is really fun. I'm gonna, venture to do some more. And then High Tech was on like a month after that, first time coming to Queensland Raceway, so I'm like, yeah, I'll give that a dig.
Yep.
And then come 4th for that,
Yep.
and I was like, yeah, no, this is fucking sweet. I'm gonna build a nuts drift car now that I can do all my grassroots events in. I can do my big competition stuff, and I'm just gonna build an S15 because I've fucking always wanted to build one. And yeah, here we are.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, well, let's have a bit of a chat about that S15 then.
Yeah.
Because, like, that isn't your just run-of-the-mill sort of street car build. There's a fair bit of that's gone into that car. So, yeah,
Yeah.
have a bit of a breakdown on it, I guess.
Yeah, and you can do a quick shout out of any sponsors that you got that helped you along the way too, if you want.
Yeah. Oh, all right. So that thing started as like, that car has been like, in the early days was like cursed as hell. Had so many issues, and just everything fought me the whole way with that car.
Yeah.
So I picked that up as like a bare. It was rolling, but only to move it on and off a trailer. So essentially non-rolling. Nothing in it, like completely bare shell. Didn't even have windows in it. It had doors on it. That was it.
Yep.
And then oh man, to start with, after I bought it, I didn't realize before I bought it, but the whole front end had been cut off and like gasless MIG back on, and it was the hoariest job you've ever seen. So yeah.
Yeah, someone went a bit nuts with the old reciprocating store.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a fucking mess.
Um,
But yeah, so then one of my good friends, Brett Azzopardi, he actually does he's starting to do his own little bit of fab from home and that. And,
Yep.
we were chatting. He's like, hey man, I'm keen to do a bit of
fab work.
bit of fab work on your car, and you just buy materials and we'll do it. Yeah, sweet as. So yeah, car went straight to Brett's. He chopped that horrible front back off and made me up some sweet tubs, welded up a few things in my engine bay, and made me a tube front. And yeah, that was the start of the car. And then we'll like sort of get into January this year around that point, and I'm like, fuck, this season's coming up fast, and I've just parted my S13 and my car is just a rolling shell. So then I got on to Silk Fabrication and got him to knock me out of like a Cam's roll cage.
Mhm.
And he pumped it out, man. Like, I think it was like 3 days after I dropped the car off, he's ringing me to come pick it up, and I'm like, you're fucking kidding.
Wow.
Wow.
That's wild.
Yeah, he is a weapon.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he finished all that, and then the car actually went back to Brett for him to finish up what he was, because Brett was just doing this in his spare time. It's not his full-time job. Well, it is his full-time job, but this stuff is on the side of his house.
Yeah.
And then from that, the car come back to JDM garage, and we obviously we were building the motor at this point, and obviously wanted to test fit a few things and all that kind of jazz. And around that time, we were test fitting the motor. I got the kit from Japan. We got the fresh Origin kit, and obviously they fit like junk, so we had to modify the fuck out of that to make it fit nice.
Yeah, it depends on the car. I think a lot of people in America seem to find that they fit quite well over there. From what I've heard, they seem to.
It's just hit and miss, man. Like,
yeah,
I think
it's with any FRP.
Anything with fiberglass. I mean, like my kit, apart from one side skirt, seemed to fit pretty decently.
Yeah. It seems very touch and go with a lot of FRP stuff. But anyway.
So yeah, like what motor's in it? Because there's a few people.
Yeah,
that
and
don't
give us
know
a
the car.
rundown
Give a quick rundown on the
on-
motor.
Yeah.
So we actually went and at this, like before I bought this car, when I had the red S13, I was talking to Brad from JDM Garage, and you know, he was sort of watching what I'd done with High Tech and Drift Masters and whatnot, and he's like, "Hey, well, how about we do something for, you know, the future?"
Yep.
And he's a big fan of S15s, obviously. Who isn't? He's like, let's build a full house, you know, RB26 S15. So that's when I'm like, yep, sweet. I literally went out that weekend and bought an S15.
Yeah, right.
Because it was something that I always wanted.
Yeah.
You know, and it was I just had to commit, so we did.
That's sick.
So give us a rundown on the motor that Brad from JDM Garage built.
So he pretty much just had a whole lot of performance shit lying around, and he's like, hey, let's, you know, forge pistons, rods, the biggest, nastiest cams we can get in that bad boy, we are putting in it. Because who doesn't love an RB with big ass cams?
Yeah, it's a good song. Oh.
Yeah, it is. We haven't then he took the head down to get the head done, and he's like, old mate's like, oh yeah, no, you're gonna need bigger valves. So it was just gonna be like a pretty basic 26, and then it blew out to like a bombed head and forged bottom end, and now it's dry sumped. It is like gone from one extreme to the other. To be totally honest.
Wow, that's definitely.
Yeah.
What kind of turbo setup's on it?
So it's got a 6-boost manifold. It's got a Gen 3 GDX 3582 with it's actually got a custom T51R front wheel on that bad boy from MMP Turbos.
Okay.
And I'm a big fan of it. Like, it is very responsive on the 26, and yeah, it sings. Like, it's on gate pressure at the moment.
Yep.
And
which would be like what, 14 or?
Nah, we got a 20-pound spring in it.
Okay.
But like, we're still not even finished tuning it yet. We still haven't even shoved boost up it, and it's already making like 593 from memory.
Okay.
Wow.
Which is hectic. So that's why we haven't
fresh.
even put boost up yet. I'm like, that's heaps. That'll do me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. That's sick.
And it's it's just loving life.
And what kind of box and diff setup are in that level of car?
So we started out with like the diff out of my red S13, which is just like a Nismo 2-way with 5-bolt shafts, just average sort of get up. And Brad was like hounding me. He's like, man, this thing is gonna eat that thing for lunch. Okay, all right, sweet. So ripped all that out and went GDR rear end, and now it hasn't broken since we've done the GDR rear end. So
that's good.
We're still gonna roll with that.
Yeah, can't complain with that.
And what box was in it?
I actually get asked this question quite a lot because it is a hybrid D22 Navara gearbox with RB25 housing.
Right.
And it was in my red car, now it's in the S15, and I'm not nice to gearboxes, ask anyone. And it is definitely holding up to my punishment, which is great.
And clutches and stuff like that. Is it like a crazy clutch setup or?
Just twin plate OS Geekin.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
Well, that's still like for that gearbox to be putting up with a twin plate and
Like
600
near enough
odd horsepower.
6 yeah.
Like that's pretty
Yeah,
good.
on semis with like a stupid amount of grip wound into the car.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's still going. It's
Yeah.
actually like it still shifts like a brand new box. It is fucking. It blows my mind, that gearbox.
That's awesome.
That's mint.
Um,
Yeah, you can't complain with that. That's wild. I
Yeah.
like it.
yeah.
Nah.
Cool. Well, what other questions have we got on
So
there?
yeah, what is the go with JDM Garage? Are you working with them, or is it more just like a sponsorship deal and you, like, basically you're just representing them, I guess?
No, lots of people seem to think I work there, but no. Like, I work on my own car there, but
Yeah,
that's
okay.
about it.
Yeah, I think that's why
Um,
everyone gets a little confused. They see like a lot of stuff with you around JDM Garage, so they're like, "Oh, are you working there?" Or so
No, it is purely sponsorship, and obviously Brad and I are really good mates.
yeah, true.
Um,
No, that's
yeah.
cool. That's
Okay.
right.
What kind of stuff does JDM Garage do for people that aren't aware?
Yeah, actually.
what was that? Sorry.
What kind of stuff does JDM Garage do for people that aren't aware?
So like all your importing from Japan, build motors, pretty much your one-stop shop. Like all your brand new Raceworks fittings
Yep.
on shelf, a massive range of
Like,
Just
all
general
your new and
general-
used parts.
Yeah.
All like your all your genuine brand new parts. We can get all that if we don't already have it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
like inputting like wheels and stuff like that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much anything you want to import from Japan, we can get it done.
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Do they keep much stock like on hand?
Yes, yeah, like the shop is actually huge,
Okay.
and like there's stuff there from like 350Zs to very minor Toyota stuff. I'm not going to say a lot because
Yeah.
we do get hit up quite a lot for that sort of stuff, but there's not
Yeah.
a heap of it.
Yeah,
To Skyline, Sylvia's, GDRs, lots of GDR stuff.
Is it a
um,
shop that like customers can come visit, or is it like a by appointment
yeah.
only, or?
No, there's like, it's in Lawrence Drive in Nerang, and
Okay.
the new shop is absolutely massive. Everything's all like, when they moved into that shop in, I'm going to say March this year.
Yep.
So fresh floors, fresh hoist, new office.
Okay.
It's decked out. It's what you really want to see in Australia, like walking into a performance JDM shop. Like it's
yeah, nice.
Do they do
It's- yeah.
mechanical for people that like buy the
Yes.
parts? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Well, definitely something for people in like Gold Coast and Brisbane to keep in mind. If they want to go to a shop that
Yeah, most definitely.
they know is going to do good work. I think
Yeah.
how reliable your car is a testament to that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but as anything, in the early days with that car, we have had issues like as everyone.
You always
do
gonna.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone has issues
Yeah.
with a car when you first get it, man.
But yeah, now I can pretty much guarantee I can go into that car right now, hit the key, and I can go blow a set of tires off it and come back, and there'll be no issues.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
what you want.
Yeah.
Hells yeah.
So, do you want to talk a bit about World Time Attack?
Oh,
Or
you drove down at Tailem Bend, didn't you?
yeah, for Drift Masters. Well, might
Yes.
as well go for that. That was your first event in the S15.
Yes.
So, yeah, like, we'd like to hear about it because we haven't actually had anyone on that's driven at Tailem yet. And like, I'm from South Australia and I'd love to go down there and drive there. So, what's it like from a track standpoint, and how is Drift Masters down there?
So the track is. Oh, all right. Put it this way. I'll start from the beginning with how this all come about. So when we were obviously Drift Masters was leading up, my car was like not even close to finished. So we put the rush on and pretty much finished it like probably about 2 weeks out of Drift Masters, and there was no like practice sessions on at QR or anywhere like that. I think there was Archie, but I wanted somewhere big to test that car out.
Yeah.
But there was V8 supercars on that month, and like so all the Friday nights were canned, and I'm like, oh well, we're just gonna go 2,000 k's across the country and send this brand new car. So, yeah, pretty much the first time I'd ever seen Tailem Bend, obviously, and the track is wicked, man.
Yep.
The layout is sick.
Is there multiple tracks at the one track, or is it just one single track?
So the track that we were drifting on was it's purpose built for drifting. So there's a big bowl. It was actually like surprisingly grippy.
True.
Because obviously a brand new surface and whatnot. It was like a world class event, man. Like it was. Yeah, I'd never been to anything like it. Just rolling in the gates coming into that track, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, right. And the actual hotels at the track as well, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, like a big 4 holiday park, like at the track, and it's all brand new, man. Like the track's like literally a few months old.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was out of this world.
And the like apartment like motel at the track looks over the track.
Yeah.
So if you're going there for an event, you can stay up there and you can just sit on your balcony and
that's cool.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's wicked. I didn't know about the hotels.
Yeah.
That's sick. So yeah, they the drift track section has like multiple layouts, hey.
Yeah, there's I think there's like 4 or 5 different ways they can do the track and run the track.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's sick.
But yeah, and Drift Masters as an event overall, like obviously, I don't know if you guys seen it when it come to QR. Just like the level of professionalism that was brought with that event was, second to none. Like it was pretty much like competition drifting used to be a few years ago in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
It was really up there, and the crowds are massive.
Cool.
And there was all quality cars, you know what I mean? Which is, as a spectator as well, when you go into these big drift events, you want to, like, I know myself, if I'm going to a drift event and I'm seeing, 10 AU Falcons and 1 S13, like, it's not really going to be that appealing unless I was 17 and from Logan, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I 110% agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you're going to want to see quality cars. Like, I know everyone can't afford a quality car, but you can have a shitbox car and still have it presentable.
Yeah,
in my
100%.
opinion.
Yeah. Like, just, get a car, and if it doesn't have much going on for it, like, slap a pair of wheels on it. And
it's all smoke and mirrors. 100%.
Yeah, and like, I mean, that's what I did for Matsuri with my i34. I actually got given for my birthday a completely, like, ruined Urass kit. We just sort of stuck it back together and put it on for Matsuri, and got color matched rattle cans, and it looked awesome. I was like, this is sick.
Exactly right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not too hard.
No. But yeah, like, I do agree. It's nice to see when you have like a competition, you have a lot of like high level or nice looking cars at least.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah, and I think the Team Basic guys and obviously Ty Jeffries and stuff, they're the guys that are really, keeping it.
Yeah. The Team Basic and Gravy and all that have been doing good. And Carmack Revive.
I was just going to say Carmack Revive. There's definitely, I don't know if you made it out to Matsuri, Ben, but the quality of cars was definitely quite high.
Definitely on the way back up anyway.
Yeah, compared to how it's been for a little while. So that was good to see, and I'm glad that Drift Masters was the same. That's good.
Yeah, like 100%. It's so easy to, put lipstick on a pig. Like,
yeah, that's it.
I understand. Fucking accidents happen, man. We're all idiots. We all have mistakes.
Yeah,
but if you bin your car, fucking like. Before you bring it out, like for your next event, go and slap a $200 K-Mac kit on it.
Yeah.
That you bought off fucking Facebook Marketplace get a rattle can and it's done.
Yeah.
100%.
Like,
thank you.
Don't keep driving it until it falls to pieces.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, you look like an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, like, you've had quite presentable cars that are noticeable, and it's landed you quite a few sponsors. And as we just mentioned earlier, you've only been really doing it, for the last 5 years in somewhat, I wouldn't say professional, but like somewhat giving a shit kind of way, So it's not that hard to go from nothing to what you have now. Yeah. You just have to be prepared.
Because you got to think, if you're not well known, and there was a potential sponsor watching what you're doing,
Yeah.
he's not going to be interested if you're got an S13 with multicolored and it looks like a bag of shit, and you rock up to the track and you're just being a loser with your mates thinking you're a sick cunt because you're slapping into the walls.
Yeah.
Like, no one's going to want to go and give you money or parts or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not going to all put their name against something that doesn't look good. So
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Because you've got to be appealing to the general public as well. Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? If you've got a nice looking car in the back of a trailer going down the motorway, like, you get kids like snapping their necks, and they're the next generation. They're the ones we've got to get, interested in the sport.
That's
like,
Yeah.
they're not going to be excited about a banged up thing that looks like it's going to Logan Naps.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and I think it also comes down to taking risks. Like, sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it ends up mediocre. It's not always going to be mint. Like, I know that, I don't know how much you want to really talk about it, but you copped a bit for the color choice that you picked for your S15 originally. Everyone that knows you knows that you did, but it was a risk that you took. It didn't work out. It's just a fucking paint job. Like, and it's a paint job away from looking good again, like it's...
Yeah.
Yeah, and your car doesn't look
seriously,
like shit. So...
a paint job's a paint job. I wanted a colour that stood out.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And it got you attention, and they say fucking...
Put it this way, it's still one of the cooler looking comp cars I've seen, so it's doing well in my books anyway.
Yeah, and you definitely garnered even a bit of attention at World Time Attack. Even with all of the other cars there, you still garnered attention where there were people saying that you were their favourite person at the event, and all the commentators all knew your name and everything like that, and we're happy to talk to you. So
yeah, well, you're not going to miss the hooligan with the caterpillar on his top lip driving a bright green Ryobi coloured S15, are you?
Why aren't you sponsored by Ryobi, by the way?
Let's look
long story.
Is that what you were aiming for?
Haven't put a
Or?
proposal to him yet.
Bunnings, if you're listening. I've already called out Bunnings in like one of the earlier podcasts, so that's probably not going to happen.
Trav's ruined that already.
Yeah,
So.
sorry, man, I ruined that for you.
But definitely on that Ryobi hype train, man. You don't even need to talk wheel nuts. You just send it on with a rattle gun and it's fine.
Yeah, hook me up with your tools, bro.
Yeah.
I'm your man.
Yeah. But no, like anything is just a paint job away from completely changing the look of a car. And I know that you have got a lot of plans in the background at the moment with some new potential sponsors that are coming on that are Japanese companies, like high-level Japanese companies. And they're keen to work with you. And the fact that they're keen to work with you really attests to the fact that it's a decent setup.
You're doing something right.
Yeah, you got to be doing something right. So,
100%.
Yeah, so, we can all be, I guess you can say, dreamers.
Yeah.
But you don't know until you try, to be totally honest.
Yeah, that's it.
And the people that did, were calling out the colour and that in the early days, like, who the fuck are they? Like, are they just...
Yeah, it's just...
In my opinion, they're like your opinion isn't worth shit to me.
Yeah,
that's
and
it.
So long as you're happy with it, that's all that matters. And I think we've spoken about that with a few people.
Yeah.
Like, it's just... It is what it is. And...
At the end of the day, if you're happy with your car, then it's like...
Yeah.
Stoked.
Yeah, so...
Can't beat that.
But
But, I never plan to, I like to change the look up every 12 months or so anyways. So, if it's just like getting a haircut, you know what I mean? You look like a fucking idiot for 3 weeks and you go get another one.
One day you've
whatever.
just got a moustache and the next you're clean shaven and look respectable again. So
yeah. The old cookie duster on the top lip never goes straight.
I agree. Nah. So, World Time Attack.
Yeah,
let's have a
World
chat
Time
about
Attack.
that. Because that is probably one of the bigger events we have in Australia. So
yeah,
how was that?
Dude.
And it, as we mentioned earlier, it's not your first time at World Time Attack. you did have a bit of a mentor for all of this that I think really helped you along, which was Rob White, who actually runs Drift Masters. So, give us a bit of a rundown of even your first time compared to the latest time and everything like that. Working alongside Rob and being part of the pit crew, do you think that really did end up helping you in the end to get through the current
massively.
weekend? Yeah.
So, I started working for Rob in start of 2017.
Yep.
No, 2016.
Yep.
Whatever it was. We went. Yeah, it was 2016. That's right. And that was when he had the NASCAR powered 370Z, and I had obviously watched World Time Attack, but never been fortunate enough to make the event. And I was obviously working for Rob as his mechanic at the time, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to come be my pit crew?" Obviously, because I was working for him. So he took me down to World Time Attack, and I got to see obviously that caliber of cars and the caliber of drivers, and it was like, I'm a kid from Tamworth. I'd never seen anything like that before.
Yep.
And I remember saying to Rob, I'm gonna do whatever it is I can do in my power to one day drive this event. And he's helped me like you wouldn't believe, just even with like mentoring tips and setting up my car, how to make my car look like, how to act professional. I'm probably not very professional when it comes to this podcast because I don't do very good with live interviews, but we're giving it a red hot crack. But just all them sort of things, how to be a better person in the eyes of potential sponsors and all that sort of stuff. And anything that sort of comes my way to do with drifting, I'll always get his opinion because he's been in it for a long time. And if you've got someone like that that'll give you that advice, take it in. Soak it up like a sponge.
Most definitely.
And he's gone above and beyond to get me to where I am, and I never thought in my wildest dreams 2 years later I would be in my own car at World Time Attack. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So how was that?
Nuts. It was, dude. I got the phone call to come and be a sub driver at on the Wednesday morning, man. So like the day before competition. Oh no, Tuesday morning, whatever it was. It was like a day out, 2 days out, whatever it was. And
so you're sitting.
I sort of knew it
work.
could have been a thing. I was working away and got this phone call and like pretty much dropped my whole life, rang my wife up, and I'm like, I'm going to World Time Attack, so you need to hold the fort down. She was like 8.5 months pregnant, and she was sweet, so I was lucky. So pretty much raced down to JDM Garage and put my car back together because it was on the hoist, like in pieces at the time. Spent the whole day like busting out on the car, got it all going, got it running, put it on the trailer, and literally went straight to Sydney. Got to Sydney, and I rolled into the event, like I rolled into Sydney Motorsport Park, and had one of my good friends, Thomas, with me, and I'm like, I was so overwhelmed, like, just like, it sort of kicked in, you know what I mean? Like, I sort of just, I was like, holy shit, I'm actually here, I'm driving. Then we got into the pits and started getting set up and done sign in, and then practice on the Thursday afternoon, I'm going to say. And went out, done a lap, car was solid. So then I thought, I'll send it a bit harder because I had the run up like massive on the Thursday and Friday practice, or Thursday practice and Friday comp, whatever it was. And I actually sent it a bit too hard and like hit one of the ripple strips, and it ripped one of the nut certs out of the radiator mount, and my radiator fell back into my dry sump pump, and it's a brand new like PWR I just put in the car like the day before. So yeah, I wasn't too impressed with myself, but ripped the radiator out, found some little shop near the track, and got into bodgy weld the thing up, and it still leaked. So then we went to Bunnings and got JB welded on top of the weld, and like it was hoary as, but it's all I had.
No, that's wicked.
Yeah, and then it come to the Friday, like we're doing main track demos, and I went out there and the thing's like leaking out as fast as I can feel it, and I'm just shoving more JB on the front of it. And yeah, we come back in, and like the hotter the radiator got, like the JB kept sinking into it. I'm like, yeah, this is great, you know, this is starting to sink. And like people were trying me to try pepper and all this other kind of stuff, and I'm like, you know, out of all the dumb issues you could break, I broke a radiator, and that was it. But yeah, like, and then obviously it come down to the started competition on the Friday night, I should say. So I was literally started off as a substitute driver for Mitch Pullen and Ben Meir. So I was doing like back-to-back runs. I'd come in, fill the car with water, change the tyres, go back out, come in, fill the car with water, change the tyres, go back out. I was putting more fucking water in that car than I was petrol. But, you know, and I literally, I was not nice to that car the whole time I was on there. And, you know, it took everything I could throw at it. And, yeah.
Well, the commentators, the commentators
commentators
said that you had the most runs out of everyone the whole weekend.
Oh, dude. I had like double of everyone. Like, I was worn out, man. When it come to like after the competition on the Friday, I was truly wrecked. And a couple of the guys there were like, "Hey, you want to come party?" I'm like, "Well, fuck yeah," because how often you get to drive World Time Attack? So I decided to go out. We started off as an RSL club of all things, and trust me, the night got really stupid, and I got back into my hotel room at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and we had to be back at the track by 7.
Oh, so that was Friday night.
Yeah, so this is like, yeah. So like I had competed on the Friday, and yeah, had to be back at the track early Saturday morning to get ready for demos and briefings and stuff like that. So yeah, I rolled into Sydney Motorsport Park at like 8 o'clock after we got through all the traffic, and was feeling pretty sorry for myself with no sleep. Yeah, got a few Baroccas into me and cleared my head, and yeah, it was a very long day on no sleep. And when they actually did the interview on me, all I could think of was some like they were sitting there at the camera on me while I was sitting in the car. I'm like, can you please fuck off with the camera so I can get out of the car? I feel really weird. I've never been on TV before. Please stop. I was just like, yeah, I was so tired. And then when I done the interview, I was just rambling shit because I was that exhausted. But, you know, we pulled it all together, and like, yeah, the guys that were also competing in that event, like, I was pitting beside Brad Toohey, and I'd never met Brad Toohey before. Obviously, I'd seen him around a lot because he's one of the veterans. And, you know, absolutely great guy. And, you know, he was giving me a few tips and, you know, anything I sort of needed, you know, they were there. And the whole atmosphere was like that. Everyone in the pits was like, you know, you needed a hand, anyone would help you. And, like, even just, you know, at the end of it on the Saturday night, obviously, when it come down to the finals, we had a big television set up in the pits, and like we were watching the live stream because the track was over the back. And you know, just the atmosphere, like even though the guys that had already been knocked out, you know, they were still cheering on their mates. You know what I mean? It was, the atmosphere was, you know, not like some of these, you know, other events that you go to, and you know, you haven't got the sickest car out there, so people are gonna look down their nose at you, or you know. You don't have long hair and think you're a pretty boy, so you're a gay cunt. Like, whatever. It was just like everyone was mates and had a good time.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Nah, that's sick.
Yeah. So what did you think of the qualifying and like as far as like the competition layout type way that it was run?
What was that? Sorry.
The way the competition was run, like the qualifying and everything like that. Do you have any thoughts on that?
It was. I'd never done anything like it, so it was group pools, not like a normal knockout or a round robin.
Yeah.
So, like, it didn't matter. So, say for instance, like I scored 12th, like in points overall, like not just in my group, like just overall. But because in my pool I scored third in my pool, I didn't get to proceed to the finals. But some of the people that did get to proceed had 30 less points than me, or say Naoki. Like Naoki had the same problem. He scored third in his pool as well, and didn't get to progress because of the
way that it was run.
He didn't get the second spot in the pool. There was a lot of negative comments about it, and there's a lot of positive ones. But at the end of the day, it's all trial and error, and nobody's perfect.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. I just, wanted to get an opinion from someone who was actually there. So
yeah, no, it just seemed like a little bit different way of doing things. So
yeah, we didn't really get to watch much of the qualifying. Like,
because I was still coming home from work.
Yeah, he was still at work, and what I did see, like, we were both like super confused about what was going on because we figured it would just be
we
like
actually did see like the overall points, so we're like, you're like up there, and then it all came through, and we're like, wait a minute, like, where are the people that were scoring?
Where is he?
higher?
Yeah,
like,
that's it.
how's this all working? So
because I even said to
I
you
think
in the interview,
it threw a lot of people off because it was
Yeah.
such a new system.
Yeah. But anyway, I think. What did you think of the main event though? Like the top 16 or whatever it was.
Oh, dude, it was absolutely wicked.
Yeah.
And,
Did you get to watch
be me.
driving like in person? Like, were you out in the crowd? Yep.
Yeah. So, like, obviously, because I wasn't really prepared, I had, like, a one-person pit crew.
Yeah,
So I didn't have a spotter. I didn't have, like, there was just the two of us. There was me and my mate Thomas, and it was nuts. So I was literally going out there blind and, having to send it. So, like, when I got a chance on the Saturday, I, like, got to mosey up the hill, and I watched a couple of the guys' practice runs and tried to work out what was going on, but,
yeah,
it is what it is.
yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Were there any big runs that you really or stand out to you? Do you think any drivers?
So like watching Naoki on the practice on the Thursday, like that guy's an animal. He's like running up on the run up, just like tapping on their rear bar, like he just gives no fucks, and he's an absolute weapon to watch.
Yeah.
And the same with the D-Max driver. I can't remember his name off the top of my head now.
He's like my favorite. Yakoi.
Yakoi, that's it. Yakoi.
Yeah.
He's another one. Like, and that dude is quick, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Actually,
like,
it was.
we made
could
a comment
tell
on that.
yeah.
Like coming off, like the start line was
Yeah.
wild. It looked fast on the video.
Yeah.
yeah, he's got like that thing would probably run a 9-second pass. You know what I mean? Like that thing was nuts.
Yeah.
And he's doing that sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. And Andrew Gray as well was doing really well.
Dude, one of the people we went to dinner with on
Yep.
Thursday night. We went to Hooters.
Yep.
And Andy Gray was there, and like absolute awesome dude.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
You know, absolute veteran of the sport. Like one of the guys I've grown up watching, and just to be at dinner with a guy, I was like sort of like a fangirl moment. I was like,
can you sign my boobs?
What up?
sign this dad bod titty.
No, that's rad.
So, plans for the future?
So, we're actually in the middle of organising sending the car to Japan.
Yeah, wow.
to do, you know, I'm not sure whether we're going to do a couple of competitions over in Japan early next year, or just like, you know, a bit of just testing out the tracks over there, go and check out a few of like the shops and other guys that, you know, JDM Garage deals with, you know what I mean? Like on a day-to-day basis, like, you know, at World Time Attack, we got to meet like Shane from Stacked and, you know, chatted to him about it. Like we had this idea and he's like, yeah, cool, we'll make it happen. So,
No,
so yeah, in the near future after, you know, I'm actually in the middle of pulling the car down at the moment just to do a bit of, you know, maintenance and make it better for next year.
Fix
and
the radiator.
after that's all done, yeah, definitely need to do that. But yeah, we're going to send the car to Japan and give it a crack over there.
Will it be with the fresh 2020 livery that it goes over to Japan with, or will that be after?
So I'm not sure whether we're going to release it in Australia or wait till the car is in Japan and then do a release over there.
I would probably do that. I'd probably do the latter. But it will be painted
like,
and like new wrap and everything before it goes to Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah,
and try and keep it under wraps.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone said to drive Mayhan, and I 100% that.
Yeah, Mayhan would be cool.
Yeah.
Dream track.
Have you thought about doing anything like D1 Lights or Formula Drift Japan or anything while your car's over there?
Yes, I'm currently looking into what sort of event I want to do over there. I definitely want to do something competition while the car's over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be super
just
cool.
haven't decided what yet.
Yep. No, cool. That should be pretty interesting to get a perspective from someone who's driven both. You know, so. Yeah, awesome.
I just think it'd be wicked, you know, your car from Aussie.
Yeah.
Sending it over there because, like, you know, and you know, seeing what the Japanese guys think of, you know, how we build our cars, like.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, be cool.
Yeah, awesome.
Looking forward to that all coming through. That'd be sick.
Yeah. Is there any other plans for any other events in Australia next year?
Or if there's anything at
I'm
the end
not
of
too
this
sure
year.
at this stage.
Yeah, or end of this year.
Pardon?
End of this year, you're not.
No, definitely
doing anything?
nothing.
Yeah.
Definitely nothing for the end of this year. You know, I've just had a baby the week after World Time Attack, so
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just gonna use this time to, you know, get my car back up to scratch and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, cool. And yeah, anything for next year? Did you say?
I'm not sure. I'm sort of just going to play it by ear. I might do high tech, which it really depends what pops up.
Yeah.
That I like the look of. It's so hard in Australia because everything's 2,000 k's away when you want to do an event.
Yeah.
Have you considered something like sending it over to New Zealand in the future and maybe doing like the
Yes.
D1NZ?
Yes, that is something I would love to do.
Yeah. Because at least it's a full-fledged competition over there, you know. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know them guys take it way more serious than Australia, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They have some wild tracks over there as well.
Mm.
Very wild.
Like I was watching Matty Hill over there this year,
Mm-hmm.
and just the awesome tracks and the level of competition like that we see at World Time Attack over there. It's like that every event. So
Yeah.
you know.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, awesome.
Well, definitely keen to see what that brings in the future. It'd be awesome to see you be able to go over there and compete because, like, good to see someone from Australia trying to step out of Australia, I guess, with competition. It's not a whole lot,
Yeah.
you know, like,
Yeah.
like you said, everything's 2,000 k's away and it makes it really hard, so.
Yeah, dude. Like for me to go to South Australia on a cheap budget, I think it cost me it was close to 10 grand. Everyone said I was crazy for doing it, but
Yeah.
you know, when you add up the fact of fuel for the tow car there and back, preparation for your tow car there and back, you know, $2,000 worth of semi-slick tires, like it adds up so quick.
Oh,
And
definitely.
accommodation.
Yeah. And considering like I can go to Japan and spend 15 grand and drive for a week at Ebisu and have a week holiday, like
Yeah.
where's the
competition-
value, you know?
competition
like,
takes some mad commitment,
so,
so.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely props to you for being able to get down there and
Yeah.
do time attack on such a short time frame as well. That's
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
I winged Time Attack so hard.
Yeah.
it worked out good, I think.
Yeah.
So
No, awesome. Was there any other questions?
no, that was
I think we pretty much covered it.
covered.
I'll mention news. I might as well just mention it now. So for people that didn't see the post, anyone who was at Ebisu or goes to Ebisu, just clean your act up. Those few of you who fuck up, it was left very, very average at Ebisu. I don't know if even you saw, Ben, that what went up, but there was just like oil left in the pit bays, tires,
Yeah,
and
dude,
parts,
that was
and
disgusting. Like, you ruin it for the rest of us, eh?
yeah, like that's just terrible. So
So
yeah, it's pretty shameful to see stuff like that going on. That people that get the privilege of driving Matsuri, you know, like you know, going to a foreign country, it's the only place in the world that you can go and do that. So
they did even mention in the post that if it continues like that, they're not going to keep doing Matsuris.
Yeah, that's it. And I don't blame them. You know, like it costs a lot of money to pay people to go clean up. Yeah, it's just not looking after your stuff. And I know that Luke Fink even deals with similar stuff, even at Archerfield, especially with the oil leaks and stuff that people leave there. So it's it's not something that a typical Japanese person would do. So you can't really blame that it was any of them. And whoever did that, you should be damn ashamed of yourself. So
it's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah. So but I think that's pretty much the only news that we've got, other than the fact that Ebisu Matsuri went down. I didn't see much come from that event. Like, I don't think there was any kind of big, apart from that, I don't think there was any big controversies that really came from it.
Matsuri.
Yeah, it seemed like a pretty smooth Matsuri over there.
There's a bunch of videos on YouTube of it from a couple of people, so go check it out. It seemed like a good time.
Yeah, but but thanks for coming on, Ben. Good talking with you. Do you have any quick shout outs for any of your sponsors or anything like that you just want to thank?
Yeah, bro. So obviously we've got the big dogs. We've got the JDM Garage. You know, Raceworks come on board this year.
Awesome.
And we've got TSX Auto Style. They do all my paint and panel and keep the car looking pretty at every event, which is not an easy task with a drift car.
Especially someone like you driving it.
Oh, come on now, mate. And also just got a fresh one coming on for 2020. Terry from ZNL Fab, he'll be giving the car a bit of a birthday and you know, redoing some of my fab work and just changing a few things like, you know, seat positions and where I want to mount things and, you know, all that kind of stuff.
Awesome.
And we've got Rob's Restos, and he does like all my sheet metal stuff and pretty well all the dumb jobs that I'm too stupid to do. He saves my ass and keeps it looking pretty.
Awesome. And the cage place as well. What were they called again? Who did your cage?
Silk. No, I just that was paid for.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Rad.
And
thanks for coming on, man, and sharing your story. It's been absolutely rad having you on.
No worries at all, guys. It was a pleasure to be on.
Keen to see the Japan trip. We'll have to get you on after it and hear all about it.
Yeah, dude. We might even be able to do a special podcast from Japan.
I was just about to suggest that. That might even be rad. Awesome. Thanks for that, dude. And we will chat to you very soon.
Most definitely.
Yeah, have a good one.
Bye. Have a wonderful time.
Yeah, mate.
There we go.
Right.
And that should work. If I can make it work.
Is it going to work?
It's going to work. There we go. Right. Let's go here.
There we go. Rad. So, sweet. That was awesome.
Yep.
Definitely some like inside stuff there. That was sick.
Yeah, so definitely keep an eye out for Ben Moloney. I think he's on Instagram. I think it's just his main
we've
account.
tagged him on the post, so
yep,
just go check out the post and
go
give
to
him
our
a follow.
Instagram. Again, give us some likes and shares, guys. I know we've been pretty slack with the uploads lately, but seeing that this today, like apart from
Tonight was like the first time we've had a podcast that hasn't
Yeah, and once I sort out this issue with Skype slowing us down and making it all jittery, and we should be sweet.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I think that ran somewhat smoothly, at least good enough for the audio works, and that's
Yeah,
the main
that's
thing.
it.
So,
And Trav's almost finished his wiring on the 8.6 now.
Yeah.
So
yep,
there'll be another video from the 7 stuff coming up fairly soon.
yep,
And he should have more time again, because...
yeah. So we're getting there, and it's just a shame that it's getting so hot now, because now it's starting to get to the point where it's too hot to work. But we will try and get that content out. But yeah, give us some likes, give us some shares, tell your friends, and yeah, we shall check you guys soon.